improve it. Start. Does that look right? Start. Wow, I can't even spell today. Man, I was up so late on the last video. Trying to type in directories, I couldn't even get it going. So I'm going to go back to online. Just to make sure. Yeah, okay. Gonna log in. No, I'm gonna log in as guest. I still haven't made a little username or whatever. But no big deal. I want to go over two things about mouse highlighting, and then I want to go to something I found today on accident, and it's made this way cooler. So maybe I'll just open up tedit, and hopefully it works in here. Control D out of that because I don't want it to learn. Last time I was hitting N for no. Got to be in all caps for this baby. And then, like, I don't know why it's showing this because I started an Interlisp. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or accidentally doing this, but I'm going to close this because let me try this one more time. Tedit. It's not working. So for whatever reason, sometimes this opens up in the wrong thing. So I'm going to go to exit and I want to be an Interlisp. And this time I'm just going to use the normal Interlisp instead of Interlisp T. Because I don't know if all the stuff works. Haven't tested it out yet. So tedit. And now it works for some reason. It seems like sometimes I'm in the right one and then it automatically switches to that Xerox Common Lisp. So I don't know if there's a key binding that I'm hitting that's making that happen or not. I'm not sure yet. Maybe it's just a bug. And what I want to go over here is just some text. I have to do with highlighting. So right clicks to highlight in here and it won't delete stuff. But the catch is there's a middle space. So let's say I only want to go, I want to highlight AF to the end. If I come over here and click, it's going to do the opposite of what I want. And the reason is there's a midway mark. So I could come over here and drag like this. But all I have to do is like guess where the mid is, come over to the left a little bit, and now I can drag to where I want. So just keep that in mind whenever you're highlighting stuff. There's a midline, and if you're across that midline, it's going to go the opposite way that you might want it to be. So just like, let's say this is the midline, click right here. Oops, I was wrong, see? But if I go past that midline and click over here, it'll start clicking from that side. That's all I wanted to show about that. And then in the S editor, S-edit, which I don't know how to bring up by itself. So it's saying S-edit, S-edit, so maybe I can just hit Control D out of that and try this, S-edit. Oh, just one because it's exported, I guess, S-edit. Okay, so I can just do that. Else I'd have to DF that thing and to find a form. Oh, but then I don't know how to type in here when it does this. I forgot. I haven't figured that out yet. So maybe I do want to go like this. So I'm just going to say df blah, let's say, because I don't care about this. And I want to go to a function, click, and then drag over, come to this. And then the only thing, like last time I was showing, like if I click, let's say I want this form to be over here. And what I was doing last time is come over here and click, and then click again, click one more time. But my cursor wasn't in the right spot, so I hold down Shift and do this. And if I let go, it copies it. And I think Control would be the other way. So I let go of Control and it deletes it. And then undo, undo. So now I'm back to where I was. Page up's undo. I found another way to undo, but I can't remember what it was. I keep forgetting stuff. But now if you, let's say I want to move this form over here, my cursor's caret, my cursor, whatever's over there, I'm going to hold down, because Shift copies, Control deletes, but I can do both of those. If I hit Control and Shift, and then it's going to put that box around, which last time I was putting box around, I just didn't know what it mean. Now if I let go, it actually moves that around. So you can actually move all your forms or sexps around, let's say. So it's just Control and Shift, which is intuitive, so no big deal. Now what's unintuitive is I have some text sitting here. And I was using like Alt backspace, I want to say. It goes back one character, but I couldn't figure out, like, I don't know how to go forward one character. And so I was trying all different kinds of things. And finally I was like, well, if Alt backspace is to go back, then maybe Alt space is to go forward. And then, of course, if you hit Alt Space, it brings up the stupid box. But just hit escape because we're in the browser. If you're not in the browser, you don't have to worry about this. But now my cursor's locked up. Supposedly. So to get out of this, you hit Alt again and you get out of that, and then now you're back into the normal way of like moving around. Okay? But what's cool about this is we kind of already saw, like, if I'm over here, I can hit Control A. It's a way to delete backwards. So we have, let's say, Emacs-ish type key bindings. They're just gonna be not what you think they are, I guess, if you're an Emacs user, or what you'd want them to be. So you have to learn a bunch of new keys. But what's crazy, and I'm loving this, and I want to say like Control U, delete that, right? And so Bill Joy did CSH, and he also did VI. And Interlisp has influenced CSH. And I don't know, because Bill Joy also did VI, if this means that Interlisp also has influenced VI, or because I don't know when this, I know Interlisp was way older, but when did this get put into it? I don't know. So maybe VI came out and then they added this, or maybe since Interlisp influenced CSH, it also influenced VI. So what this is doing is I'm going to hit Alt Space again, hit escape, and now we're inside another mode, and that's why my cursor wasn't doing anything. Now we're kind of like in a Vim type mode. You're automatically in insert mode, let's say, and you hit Alt Space, and if you're in the browser, hit escape real quick, it just comes back down here. And so now if I want to move left, I can use less than. So less than's this way and greater than's this way. If I say 10 less than, I jump 10 characters over. If I say 5 greater than, I'm going to jump 5 characters forward. If I hit T, it's kind of like Emacs. Control T, I think, also transposes, but I can't do that in here because I don't open a new tab. But if I just hit T, since I'm in this like mode, it's going to transpose the 2 characters, swapping them around. Tabs to go to the end, and so if you're at the very end, then T is going to swap these. I want to say Control L is to go to the front, so T does not do that there, so you actually have to go one forward, I guess, to do that one. But at the end, it does do that. So Control L to go to the front, Tab to go to the end. Less than and greater than, right? Now we have to go back a word is open paren and closing paren. So that means I can say like 5 open paren and jump back, 2 close paren and jump forward 2 words. What else? Let's see. There's all kinds of stuff we can do in here. We can move. There's another one that, like, just pressing buttons. There's one that I hit Control P. I want to say it tries to change the print level. Is that if I get out of there? Okay, so that's not in that mode. I don't know what this means. Set print level to. I got out of that mode by hitting Alt. So I'm gonna get back in that mode after I type something again, I guess. Actually, let me not type anything. I don't think this works though. If I hit Alt Space Escape and then I hit G, it doesn't know that. But if I just hit Enter, it'll bring the last things I had typed that it remembers, I guess, because I hit that print level button. It messed some stuff up. So I'll just put some, well, I have to hit Alt again to get out of there to type some more stuff, right? So Alt V Escape, and then now I'm back in this mode again. Backspace, Alt Backspace still works in here to go that, but I mean, at this point, if you can go forward, did that take me out of there? So Alt Space Escape. Maybe Alt Backspace took me out of that mode. Okay, so you can go backwards, but Alt Backspace will take you out of that mode, apparently. Excuse me. Get back in that mode again. Alt Space Escape. And then this will time out after a while. So if I just sit here, it's going to time out. So I don't know if it's like 10 seconds or 15 seconds or however long. But if you don't do something for a little bit, it'll take you out of that mode also. So I'm still in that mode after talking that much, but just keep that in mind. Space also goes forward, but that doesn't take me out of that mode at least. So you can space to go forward, I guess. That's kind of convenient. So 10 space might take me forward 10. Yeah, it would. And then Control Alt to go to the front of the line. I want to say if I get out of here now, so I'm going to hit Alt. Well, before I do that, I can hit O, kind of like in Vim. It opens up a new line where my cursor was at, which I don't know how to, like now I'm not in like a typing mode, so I can't type. But if I was at the end, it would have just opened a new line. So let me get out of here, I guess. Well, before I do that, maybe I want to say the curly brackets take me to the front and back, so I can actually come over here now and then hit O, not O, G, sorry. Not G, but yeah, it's O that go down here. So I hit O, that opens up, but see my cursor stays where it's at. I can hit enter now to go down there, and I still have some further stuff down there. So maybe if I was to go like this, it goes to the end. See, so it's jumping around. So the curly brackets take you to the end of this form that you're putting in here that I have now like made it look all funky. I think you're supposed to be able to use like caret or something. Yeah, caret goes up. And I guess you'd have to hit tab. I don't know how to go down, so another thing, I guess, before I forget, I'm gonna hit Alt and get out of here. So now I'm back in this normal mode. So let me just delete this because I don't know how to move around when I'm not in that mode. And why did I get out of here? Because I was gonna say something, I just forgot what it was. I'm gonna show what something else did. Well, I forgot. So I'm gonna get Alt space escape. The escape key is like a prefix key also when you're in that mode. So just let me put some more stuff in here and then Alt V escape to get back over here. Maybe I'll remember what I was going to say. And then, so let me go parentheses back 4, let's say 4 parentheses back to get to the front. And then if I hit S and then I hit F, it's going to jump to the next F. So it was right there. So let me hit S and F. It's going to jump to the next F. If I hit 2 S, J, it'll jump to the second J. So if I hit Control L and go back to the front, now let's just see, like I think there's at least 4 J's. So if I say 4SJ, it jumps to the 4th J. B is to go backwards. So if I hit like B2J, B2J, S is to go forward and B is to go backwards, if I'm not mistaken. BJ, yeah, BJ. So 2BJ. I don't know why it wasn't working for a second. Maybe I was doing it too fast. So 4SJ, go forward. 2BJ goes backwards. 2J is okay. So that is working. A is going to repeat the last thing. So it's going to start jumping. I don't know if it does that too, though. If I say, let's say I say 2SJ, and then if I hit A, now it should go, no, it's just finding the next J. So it's not doing the prefix key. So if I say BJ, and now I hit A, it's going to keep going backwards finding J. It's kind of like N in Vim, let's say. And then you can move around like with these. The curly brackets take you to the front of the form. So Shift delete, that's delete the whole line in here, and I'm still in that mode. Okay, so Alt to get out of here, because I want to put like a form in here, let's say. So let's just say like define q blah, and then lambda, however you say this. I just call it lambda, but it might be lambda, I guess. And then hit enter, and then I don't know, like I just want to see if it keeps up with some of this stuff. So if we're gonna say cond and then say like equal 0, 1, and then say we want it to say yes, and then come down here and then just do this just to see if there's a form here. Also, it's gonna say no, let's say. And then now while I'm inside here, I'm gonna hit, well, let me put a couple of these closing parens around just to see, because I'm not exactly sure how this works. So now I hit Alt space, hit escape to get out of that browser deal. And then now if I use the square brackets are going to jump to the kind of like a matching paren, but like right here, if I'm here, it goes back here, but if I go here, the closing paren's not there. And so it just matches this. And so if I was to hit less than, and then hit the brackets, it's going to go like this. And then if I was to get less than where it kind of works on the inside of the parentheses from what I can see. Now it'll jump these two. But as soon as I go to the second one, now I can't match that other one unless I get inside the other paren. So every time I go out one of these. So it basically is the inside of the paren it's going to match. So if I'm right here, it goes here. And when I'm in this mode, the like shift 6, the caret key goes up 1. I don't know how to go down though. I haven't figured that out yet. I didn't even like push enough buttons, I guess, to figure this one out. And then like just to get to the end. So it's gonna take me with the square brackets. I'm trying to get to the end. I could have used actually what I should have done to get to the end was use the the curly brackets to jump to the end, I guess. And then K is going to kill a line. Does it kill a line or does it kill a character? I think it kills a character. So backspace inside this mode is just like going back. So to get to the end of this line, I can hit tab. Am I not in that mode anymore? Somehow I got out of that mode. So I'm not sure what I hit to do that. So K is going to delete the character in front of where you're at. So now there's no more Ks to be able to do. I don't know if like Shift K or Alt K or Control K or something. I think because I hit Alt K. I guess you don't really want to hit Alt keys when you're inside there. They might spit you out if it's not a key that it accepts. And so if I was to say up, so Shift caret to go up, and then I could say like 5K, it's going to kill 5 letters to the right. And then O was to open stuff. And so if I do that in the middle of that, and then let's go up 1. So if I say Shift 6 again, and then now if I hit L, it's going to lowercase the word. If I'm at the end of the line, then I want to say it'll, maybe because the paren's not matching, but because I'm in a form, maybe it's not doing this. But if I was at the end of a line, then it would do the whole thing. So U, L and U is uppercase and lowercase. It'll do the whole line when you're at the end, but I guess it's matching the parentheses right now, so it's not going back all the way. Or is this where I have to hit escape key? You can set what your prefix key is, maybe is what this is called. So if I hit escape L, it'll do the whole line. Escape U, that's how I do the whole line rather than a word. So I guess if you typed it in wrong, you come over here and hit escape U. Like if I typed it in like this, I'll just come over here and hit escape U, then it's going to do the whole line for me and get me back to the uppercase. This other one, like I don't know how to go down from here, so let me just use my mouse. So I'm going to hit O to open up a new line and then hit enter to get down here, which I could have just hit enter, I guess. And this one is weird, so I'm not exactly sure how this works, but it works fine if you just, like, let's say I went to the first line. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So if I hit 4G, it's going to grab this line right here. Can I hit undo to get out of that? No. So inside of here, I found a way to undo. I just don't know what it was. And then if I was to hit like now I want to copy the one right above it, I can just hit G, I want to say 1G, but it's not working. So now if I want to hit 2G, it'll grab that. So I don't know how to make it, like, now I hit 1G and it added some stuff, but now it's not going to add more stuff probably. So at some point I want to say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5G. So what I think is happening, because I hit 5G, this is the longest line in the form, and this cannot copy stuff past the longest line, I think is what happens. So now if I hit 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, it's not doing anything whatsoever at all. But if I hit enter here, if I want the second line out, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5G is going to give me this. This works perfect, no problems. It's just whenever you're trying to add more stuff, now let's say I want to add stuff from this line. So if I hit 2G, it only grabs like the part that's not filled in already and only to the end of that line. And now no other lines are that long, so it can't copy anything but this top one right here. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is what's happening. So 6G just adds enough characters, but now that it's, either passed because it copied something that passed that or it matches this, it can no longer copy stuff from any lines. So it can only go as far as like part of the form is there already, I guess. And I think in here, delete, it's going to delete words. So that's at least a way to delete a word. And make sure I'm still, yeah, delete didn't take me out of that. And then I'm going to say like, maybe like escape delete. Maybe I'll delete the whole line. And so that's how I could come up here, escape delete. Delete, delete, just deletes the word. Escape delete, deletes the whole line. So escape delete will delete that whole line. Now there's no text in there. So I don't think, like I forgot how to undo inside here because the page up, the page up actually worked for everything. Okay, so page up works sometimes inside here, but not all the time. And as far as I can tell, page up, speaking of page up, I remembered what I want to talk about a minute ago. Let me get out of here real quick before I forget again. So hit Alt to get out of this mode. And actually, I should have deleted all that stuff. So escape delete, nope. That's not, so escape delete. Oh, so maybe escape key by itself is just repeating some stuff. Let me just hold down delete because it deletes a word at a time to get rid of some of that stuff. And then I found that caret key the way I was moving up, Shift 6, also puts these. And so when I was in this mode earlier, let's say if I want to say like format T high, and I misspelled high, but whatever. Right here, it doesn't matter actually. I'm going to Control D out of this. And then come over here because this was in the old Interlisp. Inside here, it understands the colons. So when I was trying to do packages earlier in the other video, I had seen this before. So I'll just show you what I was interpreting this as meaning. So if I was to say like format T and just put high correctly this time. See right here, these little arrows I was thinking before, it's just saying CL. Do you arrow the key up here? Do you mean CL format? But then in the last video, I was like, hey, maybe these are the colons. So I found out how to type those. It's just a caret key. So, and then, so what I'd wanted to do is go like CL caret format T high. But it doesn't work. So I was hoping that this was a way to prefix a package inside the old thing, but I still don't know how to do that. But at least I know how to put those arrow keys that it's showing right there now. So I'll just close out of this because that's all I wanted to show. Is there anything else? I want to say inside this right here also, so escape or alt space and then whatever, that just a D key by itself. So if I'm right here, I hit D, it deletes a word. So if I was to hit like 2D, it deletes 2 words. So that's kind of like a Vimish type thing. And then the other thing is too, if I was to go tab to get to the end of the line, and then, well, this, it doesn't matter, I guess, but if I was to come down here, oh, somehow I got out of that mode. Nope. So I want to say, when you hit enter when you're in that mode, I'm going to hit alt to get out of that mode. And just like, because I wasn't in a form, enter is going to try to execute that line. Oh, another thing too, while I'm thinking about it. Define Q, whatever, like HM, and then lambda, nothing, and high, let's say. And then if I hit alt space and I'm in this mode doing stuff, no matter where I'm using the less than signs again, no matter where I am at inside this form, if I hit S and then F, is it SF I thought? Maybe it's escape F. So escape's like that prefix key like I was saying. So escape F. Then it closes the form that I'm in. So now I can use that. Well, if I was to hit alt, I can now use that function. High. So escape F when you're in that other mode is just going to close that whole form no matter where your cursor is. And so it'll evaluate it, I guess you could say. And then if I'm back inside, I don't want to be in a form because last time I tried this, it messed up. So if I'm inside here, if I just hit enter by itself, control, yeah, I thought this was enter. Control enter, shift enter, alt enter. There's a way for it to type the previous line. Maybe that's if, let me just try this. Let me hit alt to get out of this line. And then if I say plus 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and then now I hit that alt space and then I'm in here. If I just hit enter by itself, it does the last thing. So it's almost like the fix, I want to say. So if I hit alt to get out of this and hit control U to delete that line, then if I was to say fix, it's going to fix the last thing. So it's going to put that over there. If I said redo, it executed that thing again. But so I want to say that, like, if I execute this, and then if I was to be in this mode, whatever, then maybe it's kind of like, let me hit alt again. And so if I was over here and say, like, I'll just use set queue, me, and then I hit, like, how do I get this right here to be right here? Easily, I hit alt space escape because I'm in the browser, and then now I hit enter, but it only works whenever the line's fresh. So that doesn't work either. So I'm not really sure. It's basically just like, I'll hit alt to get out of here, control U. It's basically like a fix maybe, because if I was to say alt space escape and then I just hit enter by itself, it brings that form back. But if I'm still in this, then maybe I could hit like control L to get to the front. And then I type my, well, then I can't type when I'm in this mode either. So yeah, I don't know. And then if I was to say, like, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. I don't think if I was to hit like 5 return, it will do what I want. Yeah, it won't. So yeah, I don't know like why you would want to use that command, but just if you're in that mode and hit enter, it brings the same thing up that fix would bring up, I guess. Anyway, it's just another way of moving around. So you have like some commands are kind of like Emacs-ish type commands, and some commands are in a whole nother mode, kind of like the way Vim works. That's all I wanted to cover. I just think that's interesting for people that might not want to, well, basically because your cursor keys don't work inside here yet. So since cursor keys don't work yet, I think that mode's like really, really interesting. Ribbit.